All right, if you're even thinking about a career in cybersecurity, you need to listen up. The next few years, they're going to be a complete game changer. The opportunities are just massive. So if you want to know what the job market is really going to look like in 2026, and more importantly, how you can actually land a great role in it, well, you've come to the right place. Let's get into it. First things first, let's just wrap our heads around the scale of this thing. That number you see, that's 4.8 million. That's the global talent gap in cybersecurity right now. And no, that is not a typo. We are talking about a colossal workforce shortage, which means one thing for you: unbelievable demand. The door isn't just open, it's been blown right off its hinges. But the way you walk through that door is changing, and fast. And look, this isn't just more of the same. This forecast from Google Cloud puts it perfectly. We are literally heading into a brand new era. The threats are smarter, the tech is evolving at lightning speed, and the old rules for getting higher, yeah, they're being totally rewritten. This isn't just another year of growth. It's a fundamental turning point for the whole industry. So you might be asking, why is this demand so crazy high? Well, it really boils down to three big things. One, getting breached is just insanely expensive, not just in money, but in trust. Two, governments and regulators are getting way stricter. And three, and this is the big one, the board of directors is finally paying attention. Cybersecurity isn't some IT line item anymore. It's a core business risk, and that means real money is flowing to fix it. Okay, so that brings us to the first huge shift we need to talk about. See, it's not just about more jobs, it's about different jobs. AI and this new focus on what you can actually do are completely changing the game for anyone trying to break in. What's so wild is that we're in the middle of what Google Cloud calls an AI arms race. You've got the bad guys using AI to launch attacks that are faster and sneakier than anything we'd ever seen. But on the flip side, the defenders are fighting back with their own AI agents in what's called an Agentic SOC. Think of it like this. You've got this team of AI assistants that are constantly hunting for threats, and they're being led by human experts who are calling the shots. It's pretty cool, right? Now, I know what you're thinking. When people hear AI, they immediately think, oh no, is my job going to disappear? But here's the thing the experts agree on. AI isn't here to replace people. It's here to raise the bar. All the boring, repetitive stuff, that's getting automated. And that means the humans, us, we get to focus on the much more interesting work, the deep analysis, the creative engineering, the high-level strategy. The work is evolving, not vanishing. And this quote from Hamza, who's the head of InfoSec, just nails it. These new AI tools, these LLM agents, they're essentially your new junior colleagues. They're going to do the grunt work, sifting through data, flagging the initial alerts, which frees up the human analysts to solve the really tricky puzzles. So you see, you're not competing with AI, you're teaming up with it. So with all that in mind, what do hiring managers actually care about? Well, it breaks down pretty clearly. Certifications? Yeah, they're important. They prove you know the basics, they get your resume looked at, but they're only about 30% of the picture. That massive 70% chunk, that is all about one thing: real, hands-on experience you can actually prove. And this is the absolute key takeaway. The market has made a huge pivot to skills-based hiring. It's becoming less about your degree or where you went to school, and way more about what you can do. Can you actually analyze network traffic? Can you write a basic script to automate a task? Can you lock down a cloud server? This is amazing news because it means your ability is what matters most. Your skills are your new credential. Okay, so let's get practical. Now that we know it's all about skills, let's look at where the jobs actually are. We're going to spotlight two of the hottest, most in-demand roles out there right now, especially if you're just starting your journey. All right, on the left, we've got the SOC analyst, and on the right, the cloud security engineer. These are two absolute powerhouse roles. Think of the SOC analyst as the first responder, the one on the front lines during an active attack. The cloud security engineer, on the other hand, is the architect, the one designing the fortress before the battle even begins. One is all about real-time defense. The other is all about proactive design. So what's a day in the life of a SOC analyst really like? Well, you're basically a digital detective. You are constantly watching, hunting for anything that looks out of place. You live inside alerts, dashboards, and log files, trying to connect the dots. When you see something nasty, like a brute force attack trying to get in, you're the one who slams the door shut. You are, quite literally, the first line of defense. Now, a cloud security engineer's day looks pretty different. Their work is way more proactive. They're in the blueprint phase, designing secure systems before anything is even built. They're the ones deciding who gets the keys to the kingdom, setting the encryption standards, and making absolutely sure that if the worst happens, everything can be recovered. It's not just about guarding the walls, it's about building an impenetrable fortress from the ground up. Okay, we've talked about what's happening and why. Now for the most important part, the how. This is your practical, no-fluff playbook for actually landing your first cybersecurity role in this new 2026 landscape. First things first, forget any of those learn cyber in 30 days scams. The real, effective path takes time. We're looking at a solid 12 to 24-month journey, and it happens in phases. You start by building a rock-solid IT foundation. Then you layer on those certs and get real, hands-on practice. And only then do you start strategically going after that first cyber job. Look, it's a marathon, not a sprint, but it's a marathon you can definitely finish. So when I say IT foundations, what do I even mean? I mean the absolute bedrock of tech. It's knowing how networks work, understanding operating systems like Windows and Linux, and having some basic scripting and troubleshooting chops. Honestly, these are the skills hiring managers just assume you already have. And the best way to learn them? Get a foundational job first. Something like help desk or cloud ops. So, you got your IT basics down. Maybe you even have a cert or two. How do you prove that all-important 70%, the real-world experience? The answer is right here. A portfolio. This is, without a doubt, the single most powerful tool in your arsenal. It lets you show, not just tell, a recruiter that you know your stuff. It's your tangible proof. And hey, your portfolio doesn't have to be some crazy complex thing. Recruiters want to see practical stuff. Things like write-ups from your home lab projects, a simple playbook for how you'd handle an alert, taking some sample logs and explaining what you found. These projects prove you can think critically and have the passion to learn on your own. That's what really gets their attention. So let's wrap this up. The demand is off the charts. The rules of the game have changed, with AI and skills taking center stage. And the path forward, while not easy, is incredibly clear, if you're ready to put in the work. We're at this unique moment in time. So the question really isn't if there's a place for you in cybersecurity. The real question is, where are you going to make your mark?